Well, this is about as real as it gets, everyone. Excuse me while I kind of get a little situated here. Hopefully you can see me. I'm gonna look for a shout out. Hi, Brandon. I'm looking for my team on Teams to let me know that my audio and video. And I'll tell you why things are a little nutty here, and you'll see what's going on. Again, hang on, I'm looking for my team for my update. I see you guys logging on. Hope I have a good connection. Great. This is as real as it gets, like I said, everyone. So I am glad you are here. Let me start by saying I am Jill DeWit, co-founder of Land Academy. And this is a very special broadcast for us today because this month is our 5-year Land Academy anniversary. I'm so excited. So I've got a lot of great things to share with you today. Now, the backstory is this. I'm coming to you from Sausalito, California. Well, we drove through San Francisco last night, and I haven't had a chance soon. It's so cool. We're driving through downtown San Francisco, like 5 o'clock on a Tuesday, and we were just amazed by how, all the maps were green and we could get through where we wanted to go and just see the things we wanted to see. And we have our 16-year-old with us. So we thought, we just pause for a little bit and take him down Fisherman's Wharf and show him around. Well, we accidentally gave our child the full San Francisco experience, which is, yes, our car was broken into. They broke the mirror or the side window, grabbed all our computers, and all the equipment. Us, we travel with all kinds of awesome audio, video, computers and cameras and headphones and everything to do our podcast from the road, and they got it. So today has been a day of on the phone and just, figuring out cars and everything. So I apologize. I'm still kind of coming down from all that. But anyway, I wanted to just give you the backstory, and I'm so glad you're here. So we're making do, right? The show must go on, and thank you for your patience. I know it was late getting started here. But I do have some great things to share. Again, I was saying I'm Jill DeWit. I'm co-founder of Land Academy. And for those of you who don't know us, we have been, Stephen way before me, since the 90s, buying and reselling land. And, this is our life. I came along, 11, a little over 11 years ago, really heavily involved 9 years ago. And I'm excited to say here we still are, and excited for all the people and the lives that we got to change. And I know we're going to change another life today because I'm going to give somebody a free program in a little bit. And I want to share with you some of the things that's different about 2020 and what we're doing different in our business. Let me go on here. So what's going on in 2020? So that's what we're going to talk about. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I'm going to give, and then I'm going to pause in a few minutes. I'm going to give away a free program. Then I'm going to open up some Q&A, and I have some other announcements and some other things to share with everyone. So I have a lot to do. All right. So what's new this year? And I got to tell you, or just in 2020, Stephen, bless his heart, spent a lot of time on this. With me this morning, and for me this morning, I should say. And this is really content coming from Stephen through me, and it's amazing what has changed. Right now, what's going on are even more willing than they have been in any time. And this is Stephen's word again, not mine. Even in his history, more willing than ever just to dump these unwanted assets. So Land Academy, we're all about buying and selling land. And how do we do it? We know how to buy it right. Reach sellers, get their unwanted assets, make it really easy for them just to get rid of them, get some cash. We buy them outright and pretty, get them back on the internet with beautiful descriptions, share in our program, and get them out there and resell them for more. That's kind of the gist of it. It's not as easy as it sounds. We've been we sometimes we catch ourselves and have to remind ourselves that I don't want to make it sound too easy. There's a bit of work to it, but that's the gist of it. And anybody can do this. I'm 5 years later now telling you, I've had people with all different backgrounds, all different experiences, all different levels of knowledge, and all different levels of financial situation be able to successfully buy and sell land the way we do. So I was saying right now, it's just amazing. And what I'm doing differently is that we're proving it in our world, because when I was hearing about our members and some of the deals that are coming up, when the whole COVID and the lockdown thing started, our first thought is, oh no, no one's going to want to do anything. But guess what? It's the opposite. And we're taking it so seriously that I have taken a real step back from a lot of the other projects and things that we were working on to really dive 100% into buying and selling land. That's it. I've added to my team. Our phone is blowing up. We just sent out 10,000 offers that hit between last week, like in pretty much the last 7 days, they've just been hitting. And I'm shocked at what properties are coming up. I used to sit there and think, home runs were once a month, and now home runs are almost every day. I'm like, holy moly. For those of you too, by the way, we do a lot of investing and funding deals for people. I rarely ask for money, but for those of you with deep pockets, watch for an email from me, because I'm getting some amazing deals that I might be looking for money. might be running out of my acquisition funds, because these are amazing, and that's the best problem to have, period. So what's going on now is these sellers are perceiving this economic recession as serious as it should be, and they are really more willing to sell than usual. Makes sense. People need cash during times like this. A lot of these sellers, they're holding on them for a rainy day, and guess what? Now's a rainy day. Or whatever they thought they were going to do with these properties, whatever ideas they had, goals they had, things change, and they need, and I understand that, they need to sell properties. They're adjusting for incomes, lack of incomes, and it's more important to put food on the table, and I feel so good about that. We are also reaching sellers that, I can't tell you that I'm getting virtual hugs all the time. Our sellers are so grateful for these offers, and by the way, they're digging up my offers from 2007 too, by the way, that they stuck in their file for a rainy day, and they're calling and they're just saying, thank you. I'm so happy. I do want $10,000 tomorrow. This is great, and we make it happen. There are huge, numbers of people too, by the way, with good paying jobs that are working from home permanently. So again, things are changing in this real estate world. The statistics from reputable data providers are reporting dramatic increases in rural land and house views and clicks and subsequent purchases. Let me restate that. We all know we're all working remotely now. Things have changed. Even in our world, we never thought we can operate some of the businesses that we do remotely. Guess what? We can. And the planet is figuring this out. And a lot of people are deciding, like us, I don't need to be in this stinking city. I can be out here. I could have acreage. I can do whatever I want. I can move out. So I talked a little bit about the sellers. Now I'm talking a little bit about the buyers. I've got more buyers than I normally have, thanks to the situation. And honestly, I'm really happy for it. I can't tell you where we currently, right now I'm in San Francisco, and you would not believe what the view is out my window right here. I am literally in Sausalito looking at San Francisco out the window, and how clear and beautiful and smog-free it is. If anybody's around me, you know what I'm talking about. It's amazing. We noticed that in our world in Los Angeles. We live just south of LAX. and the lack of traffic, we didn't need that anyway. Steve and I were on the freeway the other day saying, why were we doing this? Why were we all driving like this? Why were we, busting our butts to, drive 45 minutes to sit on a computer in an office when I could do the same thing at my home office at my desk and be right here for the kids when it's time for dinner? And that's what the plan is saying. So buying is easier, buying is better, and selling is phenomenal. So, and it's interesting too, the type of property to buy and sell has changed. We used to be able to, this is a good point. Again, these are Stephen's notes, and he's so amazing. So thank you, Stephen, for helping me out with today. It's really more important than ever and this is what we're doing, really want to buy property with great access and a setup use for the end user. That's not hard right now too. I'm getting so many willing sellers coming back with wonderful properties. I can pick and choose the best. So that's what I'm picking. I'm picking what people want. I'm picking, drive up. Not everybody has 4-wheel drive. I want people to drive right up. People might want to put a cabin there. They might want to roll their RV on there. They might want to put their mobile home in there. So you really want to kind of get to know, if you're working in a certain area, what's possible. Let it know for your buyers, because there's very specific buyers that want all of those different things, not necessarily, lay a foundation and build a house, but all these things are possible. And it's so amazing what's out there. What's interesting too is, extremely rural property, there's still a need for that, by the way. There are some people that want the 4-wheel drive, and those are the prepper types. And this is some things, it's always been that way, in the past, in the 90s, and, when I came along 11 years ago, but now more than ever, there are solutions to water and power and everything like that. So we still have a mix. I guess what I'm trying to say here is changes for 2020 is there's a lot more buyers, and they're real specific what they want. So what else has changed here over the years? This is a good one. The number of MLS listed properties on the very low end of the price spectrum has dramatically increased. So this is a great thing for into our business. You're in our world right now. Think about now with the MLS, you can really see what's out there, what's for sale when you're sending out offers. For example, San Bernardino County. If you go into San Bernardino County right now on Redfin and a realtor, and you pull up the map, you see it looks like chicken pox, red dots everywhere. Avoid them. There's a lot available. And this is a good thing for 2020, and I'm so happy. And so it helps you, by the way. So that's the thing. It helps you not pick a county, and it helps you properly pick a county, because you can go and really look and sit on all of these sites now and really find good areas. And that's what we do, truly. So what really works right now is a land flip candidate. So if you're new, you're getting into this, the real hot properties are 1 to 40 acres with 2-wheel drive, maintain physical and legal access. I want to throw that in there. Near a small town, or in a small town within, say, like a day's drive to a bigger city. That's what we're finding that our buyers want. Like an example would be, 1 day's drive outside of Chicago or New York City or Los Angeles. And another thing that's a positive, if you can find it, and I do find them, is it seemed like back in the day, it was very hard to lend on rural vacant land. Lenders wanted to have some improvement on it. There more and more are companies like Rural First. I'd recommend them. There are companies that will lend on properties. And here's the tip, buy it right. So what we do is we buy it really expensively so we can mark it up, still kind of double our money, but there's still so much value in the property that when our lenders, I've had people that have lent on the property and with nothing on it, just buying a piece of land, the lenders see the value right then and there, and there's no questions. The SFR market is also really hot. So you may have noticed, it's shocking to me, especially as we're driving. We just drove the last couple days from the Los Angeles area up here to Sausalito, San Francisco area. And we're constantly on our phones. Whoever's not driving is shouting out property values and looking at what's available. And it's shocking to me to see contingent, pending, under contract, closed, even during this period. So it's happening right now. And there are so many investors out there like us that are, some more than us, flush with cash. So it's wonderful. And all this leads to this point, which is really what we do and how we can help you. And no matter what, you need to be buying these properties for 20 to 40% of what their current worth today, their current value today, and just sell it for double. Mark it up to 80% and move on. And that has not changed. And it probably never will. So thank you. This is so sweet. Stephen's conclusion is the property quality and volume is now better than ever, and the sales are even easier. I'm going to reiterate what I said a few minutes ago. I've dropped everything. I really have. There were some projects that we had in the works. We're like, nope, not doing it, not doing it, not doing it. I need to put all my efforts, because this is the part that I love. Stephen's the data guy. I'm the acquisition. I get the deal done and get them out there for sale. And we can't pass this up. So we're here helping you, and we are right next to you. And I'm happy to fund too. If you've got something great, we really mean it. No good deal should go to waste. So that's what's going on now for 2020. I want to now take a moment. I'm so excited. Again, this is my 5-year Land Academy anniversary. I'm so happy. I happen to be on the road, so what do I have with me? Look at me. I have a little Land Academy 2.0 baseball cap that I threw in my bag. And guess what? This is going to serve for my little draw a name out of a cap. Thank you so much. We had over 70 people put in to win our Land Academy, our free Land Academy program. So I'm very excited. And now I'm going to pull the name out. All right, I should do it so everybody can see. So I'm not cheating, no cheating, no cheating. All right, here it is. All right, and the winner of the free Land Academy program is Jeff Birchfield. This is me. Again, I had to write 70 plus names today to put them into the drawing. So congratulations. All right, Jeff Birchfield, if you are watching live right now, I'd love you if you can give me a little shout out. So put a little note in if you're there. Hi, thumbs up. So congratulations. You are our newest member to Land Academy, and we welcome you. For those of you, for the 70, however many others that are watching and did not win, I have something special for you anyway. Do not worry. So here's what we're doing. And my team's going to put some information here in the chat for you. We want to give you Land Academy as a special thing at half off between now and the end of July. Yep. So for those of you who didn't win, don't worry. It's not full price. I've got a special. So the coupon code is 5 years. So spell it all out, FIVEYEARS, 5 years. When you go to the Land Academy, click join. And when you go to the checkout page, there's a place for a coupon code, and put in the coupon code and it'll pop right up. It'll take half off for you. So, and that's through July 31st. And my team, I'm watching here, they should be putting some information in there for you soon. Whew. Now, and if you have any questions, my team's always available. I've got a phenomenal team to help answer questions about Land Academy, about us, about the program, about what's really involved, about how much money do I really need. We have a lot of good stuff on if you go to our website at landacademy.com, click on the Q&A, there's quite a bit of information there, but you can always just pick up the phone and call them. It's 833-522-5545. I know it's on the website, or you can just send a message to support@landacademy.com. I know there's a place to schedule a phone call. I think that's the easiest for them. If you could schedule a phone call, and then we all know everybody's available and ready to answer your questions and give you the time that you need. Now, I would like to open it up to some questions and answers, so Q&A. So I'm going to kind of try to scroll back here and see if I've got some questions. Ask away. This is Q&A time. As I mentioned earlier, I don't have my normal setup. I'm not. I usually have stuff that goes on the screen, but we're kind of winging it because we're working with what we have. So we again gave our child the full San Francisco experience, including the car break-in and the computer stolen. So not to worry, you know us. We'll solve it. We're real good at getting that stuff back and going. So, and for members, do not worry. We will not miss our Thursday afternoon call. We will still find a way to get our recording for our podcast done tomorrow, and we will be there for our member call. So, all right. If you've got some questions, please throw them in the Q&A. I'd love to answer anything about Land Academy, about things that are going on in our world right now. Bring it. I'm so excited. I was mentioning to my team, I'm really beefing up. I'm behind now. It doesn't take long when you send out that many units. It was kind of a just a raining deals weekend, because I sent out 10,000 units in one shot anyway just recently. We usually have a volume going at a time, but when we were hearing what's going on, we're like, let's just go for it, right? So we just went crazy with these offers, and now so I have the normal sellers that are calling back, and then I have all the other people just coming out of work now with saved our offers, and they want to they want to sell their land, and I'm here ready to do it. So all right, I'm looking for Q&A. So if you type them in the comments, you know what, babe, maybe I'm looking at this wrong. Bear with me one moment. There's a chance that I am not looking at this correctly, and my team might have to give me questions, feed them to me within Teams or another way. I appreciate your patience here while I catch up. All right. I'm catching up. I can see who is joining in. Oh, this is cute. You guys can see my shoes back there. You don't know what the view's like. But that's okay. Yes, please feed me questions. I am trying and I cannot see them. So thank you. All right, watching for my team, watching for the questions. All right, from Cindy, love it, thank you. I'm doing 100% Teams here. All right, what is the #1 tip on finding a great county? Ooh, you know what, the easiest tip right now is what we just talked about. When we're doing on our Thursday afternoon, we have weekly live calls with all of our members. And one of the things that we provide is would you do this deal? They can type in state, county, APN, and what their offer price was. And Stephen and I will look it up and assess it, look at it, and see if we would, basically if we would complete the deal, if it looks like a good deal or not. One of them will go quickly over to an MLS fed place, such as Realtor or Redfin, we'll put in land. You don't just go there and look at what's all available, by the way. I don't care what's going on I do care what's going on in the housing market, but my first cursory review is just what land is available. So I will jump into Realtor or Redfin, even Zillow. Zillow's a great one. We've been using that a lot now too. That's Steven's kind of favorite is Zillow. And put in the zip code. So say you're thinking about a county, I would look up a zip code or a couple zip codes around that area as your cursory overview. Put in the zip code and see and click on land. Leave the size open, leave everything else open. See how many properties are available for sale right now. And if it looks like, it's crazy chicken pox, you have red dots everywhere for all the properties for sale, move on. That just means there's too much available and you don't want to compete with them. That we share with you to look at for picking a county, but that's one of the best right here. Oh, there's a lot of questions. Thank you. Christian said from Christian, hi Jill, is the course DVDs or online? It is 100% online. Go at your own pace. It used to be DVDs back in the day. This is so cute. 5 years ago this month, actually I think July 31st, which by the way, that's the last day of the special, July 31st, because that was our drop date. That was the day that we live. And 5 years ago, two things happened. Number one, the day that we reached Land Academy, it was a flood. We had no idea how many people were following us and paying attention and watching us and were interested in what we were doing. And the majority of our members have been and always still are our land buying customers. So we had a lot of customers. That's what prompted us to create Land Academy. All of our buyers were saying, hey, I'm buying this from you. How the heck are you buying it so cheap? So we decided to put Land Academy together and put it out there. And who knew, here we'd be in 5 years and the membership and the community and the deals and wow, what we're all doing together is phenomenal. So, but it was DVDs back then because we literally put them in a nice binder. I wrote a hand little written thank you note. So if you've got those, they might be worth something. Just kidding, those old DVDs. And we sent them out. But now it's all online. And it's so cool too. When you check out, the minute that you check out and join Land Academy, it automatically opens up the member dashboard. So you could start right in and watching the videos and taking advantage of the, access to the tools and the resources and the things that you get. So as a reminder, for anyone that doesn't know, what we are licensed providers and we share with everybody in Land Academy and House Academy. Now, you have nationwide, which is phenomenal. You have unlimited nationwide access to data via Title Pro 24/7, which is like Agent Pro 24/7 on steroids. It's really designed for title agents, so we can do a lot amazing due diligence and things that other people can't do. You have that, and that's Black Knight Financial Services product. And then you also have Data Tree, which is First American Titles product. So you have unlimited nationwide access to that. And they're immediate, man. You check out, you're in. You help finance? We do. I'm assuming you're talking about properties. So I don't really, I guess the question is yes, but it's not like a loan. If you're coming to me, John, to help, finance, basically buy a property, we're going to go into an agreement. We're going to do it together. And usually I'm set up for it. This is how we've done it in the past. I just fund the great too. If you say, hey, Jill, I got 10% of it, can you put in the other 50? Absolutely. I'm happy to do that. But so I'll do that up to funding the whole thing, whatever you need. And then we'll work out, usually we'll work out something that will split the profit at the end. We do believe no good deal should go to waste. And if it's that good of a deal, I'm not going to say no. It's an automatic yes. Hello from Tim. When testing a new county, how many pieces do you usually send? Excellent question. We recommend sending no less than 1,500 offers to test an area. Anything less than that, you're not going to get a good result back and really get a good feel. And I want you to have deals to choose from. If you send out 1,500 or more, let's just even just say you did 1,500 to a zip code, to a county, to an area, you're going to get back probably, and this is 2020 information too, by the way, you're going to get back probably 50 interested sellers. That's what I'm finding. And then of those 50, now you can sit and line them up. Which are the best ones? Like I said, do I have physical legal access? He goes to the top. Is it they love my offer price. They're into it. He goes to the top. Is everyone alive and able to sign so there's no weird title issues? That goes to the top. And then when you get all these calls back in and you're looking at them, I want you to just pick the cream of the crop. Just pick the best ones. Excellent question. And by the way, once you figure out that county too, say you sent out 1,500 units to a zip code or a county to buy all these 5 to 10 acre areas. Now you know the area, now you know the county. Now I want you to circle back around and I want you to get all the 10 to 20 acre properties. And then I want you to go for the 20 to 40 acre properties. So all of that. I like 5 to 10, but even as low as 1. Remember, these were Steven's notes from my stuff earlier. He was helping me out today as we're doing all this other work things. But 1 to 40 acres is great. And don't be afraid to go bigger, depending on who you are. I'm here to personally tell you, I'm sending out offers in some parts of this country even bigger than that. The only thing about larger properties and larger dollar amounts, they may not sell quite as fast. So if you can handle, a couple months for a transaction, that's not easy too. I go for all of it. So I have a great team. From Kevin, can you talk a little about your monthly subscription? Absolutely. So in Land Academy, it's with the monthly subscription, you get data providers that I told you about. You also get our weekly live access to Stephen and I via our weekly member call. We have ongoing and more coming up too, education and training that we're going to be putting out. What I used to spend just for RealQuest Pro data by itself. So when we became licensed providers for these things and found out how we could work it and get the cost down and make it more accessible for everybody, that's been our goal. Oh yeah, you know what? There's also things you get Pat Live, 20% off, and I don't get any of that, by the way. That's the maximum discount that they get, and that all goes back to you. I'm trying to think what else. There's some other things that we do, but really good stuff. Basically, the membership is our way of helping you get access to the same tools and everything that I use and the other pros use that you can afford. Because I don't even want to know, I can't even think what the cost would be to go out and try to get them. And some of them, like Title Pro, you can't even get. It's for title agents. It's not, you can't get it off the street. Excellent question. From Chantal, how is a mailer? Times you getting title insurance / however, there are companies out there like I think it's taxtitleservice.com, don't quote me, but I know where it is. If you go into our online community at landinvestors.com and you put that question in there or just search for it, it'll pop up. But I think that's one of the companies that you can get title insurance on some of those properties. So that's really the only difference. Other than that, am I going to market it differently? No. Am I going to take pictures differently and promote it differently or do anything differently? No. That's just how I got the property. From Edgar. Jill, what is your best open-ended question to ask sellers to get the conversation started? Well, you know what's interesting, Edgar? I'm usually trying just to get the details, not the whole story. So I don't necessarily need how they got the property, how long they had the property, who lived on the property, who died on the property. You know, I don't necessarily need all that. So it's really a short and sweet conversation when these sellers call back. And if you want to see my checklist, it's free that you could print it out on landinvestors.com. If you go on our website, go on the left-hand side and scroll down, you'll see a link and it says like inbound land seller checklist. Print it out, and that's what I'm trying to do. So I don't really need a long conversation. Initially, I really want to know, you know, where is the I want to know, you know, the property details, state, county, APN. I want to know, did they like my offer price? Did they accept my offer price? Great. Now I need to know, is everybody alive, able to sign? Is it going to be a, you know, an easy transaction to accomplish? And once I have that information, then I can go do my due diligence and then take it to the next level. These are great questions. From Janine. So we have mailed out 520 response yet. Should we double that? I would. 3 times that. That's the thing. I want 3 times that. I'm a little surprised that you haven't had any response. I will say I've had different parts of the county, you know, they hit at different times. So different parts of the country, I should say, depending on where your mail comes from. Ours is out of Arizona, our core company, and we started all of this, and that's where bulk of the mail comes out of. So it'll hit sometimes these western states a little faster than eastern states. So sit tight. You'll get something, because here's what happens. Every mail you're going to get something. You're either, you know, and if you did it perfectly, you're going to get a healthy mix of people who are mad at you that, you know, you offered them, which is probably, you know, it is a good offer. It's just ridiculous to them, and that's okay. And you're going to get a mix of, yeah, what do I do next kind of thing. And if you did it wrong, so even if you priced it really, really, really low, you'll just get a lot more of those calls, but you know what? You're still going to get something. And it happens right now, and I do it every day. The calls come in, and it happens too. Like I had a part of the country where it was incredibly gorgeous agricultural uses and other things that I couldn't have accounted for. So the property was really worth more than our offers demanded. And that doesn't mean I wouldn't pay it. I just didn't know it. So when those sellers call in after I say, boy, I'm sorry, you know, all right, guess I should have added a 0. The bottom line is, do you want to sell? And if they say yeah, then I say, all right, now we're on the same page. What is the price that makes sense to you? You know, knowing who I am, how I roll, you know, what I do, and how quickly I can close and how easy I'd make this for you. And then we get that number. So you want to, send more. The other thing I was going to say, and if you come in really high, and gosh, you just sent the planet offers for 3 times what it's worth, well, you'll know real quick, every single darn one of those 520 will come back signed. And you look at the property, you decide if you still want to buy it or not. Let's just say you sent 3 times what it's worth. This is Janine. So Janine, I'm not saying you did this, I'm using you as an example here. 3 times what it's worth. Everybody, all your 520 came back, including all their neighbors, because word got out you're buying everything at this great price. You want to collect their information, see if you really want it. And then if you find out you do want it, call them back and let them know the situation. You know, here's the deal. I do want the property. I'm guessing you know I came in a little high because no one ever paid that forever in this area, and they know. They're like, yeah, I kind of thought this might be too good to be true. Say, but here's the deal. I am willing to buy it. This is my highest and best offer. If this works for you, great. Let's do it. I'll open escrow right now. If it doesn't work for you, I understand. But please save my information because I do like it and sleep on it. Call me back. I'm happy to, look at this again. Will you fund a house deal in my neighborhood? You know what? Absolutely. It's got to, it's the same with land. It's just got to be a good deal. You know, I want to commit. It's not going to buy a 20 or 40%. Well, let me go back. As I say that, traditionally, it's hard to find houses at 20 and 40% of what they're worth, you know. But there's markets out there that, you know, remember we talk about these with our members. There's parts of the country that got hit hard, and you could find homes that were, you know, listed in, you know, for $200,000, and then they were sold in 2008, 9, and 10 for $20,000 and $40,000. It was just crazy, and we did that. So those are my favorite deals. If you've got those, you know, all day long, I'll be your bank for. I'll come up with money. But even the best deals, you know, in markets that are moving, that we can make a good profit. I really want. I want a good profit, and not crazy profit. I don't expect, you know, buy for $500,000, sell for $1 million. But I'd like $100,000, something like that, a healthy margin, $80,000, something like that, that we could each. It's worth our time. But yes, we do fund house deals. If on landinvestors.com, there's a place on there for Land Academy and House Academy deal funding. From Brandon, are you seeing a current price range that is moving faster, i.e., example, $30,000 versus $100,000 properties? Yeah, those are both moving really kind of the same, and not a huge difference over the $100,000 mark. That it's not going to be. I'm not going to traditionally find those buyers on social media, where a beautiful $30,000 heavily treed middle of the country property, where say it's outside of Dallas, that people could drive to and be on a lake and have a cabin or something, or, you know, fish and tent, you know, those are quick. And acreage, those longer ones that they need to get maybe some financing, those I'm using brokers. And that's another change from 2020. We used to really not be thrilled with agents and brokers, and we have now found that there are a lot of good ones out there. I'm not sure they were there back in the day, but there are now. There's a lot of healthy land focus, not house. I really don't want to work with house brokers. I really work with just land brokers, like Mossy Oak and Whitetail Properties, companies like that. There's lots of other ones too that are out there, but I really try to seek out a land specific broker for those bigger properties, and then it'll still happen. So have I, you know, sold property in 30 days? Yes, but traditionally with a broker, because that's the kind of customer that they are. And that's my favorite type, by the way, Brandon. I love nothing better than buying something for $110,000 that's worth $300,000, let's just say, and getting my broker calling me, you know, from the car after showing this around for 10 days saying, hey, I got a guy at $250. Will you take $250? Heck yeah. Done. And he did the work. He did the posting. He took the pictures. He did the drone. He showed them around. He walked the property. It's the best. Angela asks, from what are some of the best markets to send mailers these days? Good. This is good. This is in the content that I was talking about. The best places are like a day's drive. It used to be like an hour, just a weekend drive, but now we're seeing people go a little bit further out because they're not needing to necessarily be back in the office on Monday. They can be out somewhere, and it's opening up more buyers to properties a little further out. So maybe a 4-hour drive from Chicago, something like that. You know, upstate New York people that can get out there, and if they need to get into the office, they have to be there for a once a month meeting, maybe, you know, powwow. People are doing things so differently. Those are what we're looking for ourselves. Also, from Rebecca, do we keep sending to those sellers or try different acre size? I'd go bigger. I have a lot of people right now that are looking for 5 to 10 acres is not crazy. That's manageable. You could even 15 acres. You know, something you could walk your property. 40, 80, 160, those bigger acreages, they're out there, but it's really easy. I would do a little bit bigger, up to 10, no problem. Even up to 20, no problem. Lots of buyers. Oh, Justin, I just got a hey. Shout out to Justin and welcome to Land Academy. I'm glad you're here. Good, you were listening. You saw our coupon code and you joined, and yay, I'm so glad. And hopefully you are able to join us. I'll tell you right now, you'll get the invite if you haven't already. In the next couple hours, my team will be getting you in the email loop with the members and everything we have going on. But tomorrow at 3 o'clock Pacific time, it could very well be the same view you're seeing right now, but it'll be with Stephen and I here live at our weekly member call. So welcome, I'm glad you're here. You picked a great time. You know, it's fun enjoying Land Academy. I probably missed the boat. Gosh, I mean, how much property's out there? No, I'm sure it's all picked over. I'm here to tell you, nope. This is actually even a better time than 5 years ago was to join. There's so much out there that's available. 5 years ago, people that I sent offers to that did not want to sell, they wanted it, they did not need the money, they love their property, whatever they were going to do, they're calling me now. So it's an even better time. You did not miss the boat. Welcome. From William, how many tools do I use? All of them. I traditionally, if I'm taking the calls, and sometimes I do from sellers, I have Neighbor Scoop open on my computer. I have Title Pro 24/7 usually open on my computer. And I have, what's my other one? I have some MLS worthy site that I can kind of look at some stuff and gauge what properties are going for there. And the point is, I try to make a quick decision. I want to, if I can, when the call comes in, I'm going to pop it into neighborscoop.com, which is our site. And right then, I just put in state, county, APN. I have the whole outline of the property. I can see everything from zoning. I can usually see what they paid for the property when they bought it. I can see the ownership information. I can see their address. I can double check, yep, I'm talking to the right guy. I can see if I need to know what the annual taxes are, just to get an idea. I can see all that information. It's like there's 200 or something like that lines, 200, 300 tips. If it's a house, I can see the square footage on the house. I can see bedrooms, bathrooms. It's crazy what's in there. If there's a pool, garage, all the assessor data, I have it. So I quickly look that up. If I need it as a backup for some reason, say I'm not sure about a deed or something, I want to kind of check the vesting deed or something, I might jump in Title Pro. I'm usually not, but I have it there available. But then I'm also looking at, okay, I'm seeing it. I see access, I see the legal description, I'm seeing, let's just say best case scenario, I'm seeing legal access in the physical description, I'm seeing physical access because I'm looking at it on the map, on NeighborScoop, and I see the drive up paved road. Now I want to see, all right, how to do with my price. He likes my price. So before I get off the phone, I'm going to make arrangements to open escrow and find out how he wants us to go and how fast he wants to get paid out and what's going on. So, and then I'm going to jump into Zillow or something like that. Just kind of assess the area. What properties are for sale and just see, what's going on right now. One last cursory overview. And most of the time I'm going to say, hey, how do you want to get paid out? What name you want me to put this in? I'm going to call escrow right now. Let me make sure I have all the phone numbers so I can reach you. And, you're going to expect a call from Susie at Mountain Title or whatever it is and get it going. So, excellent question. From Christian, do you avoid counties that do not have a free GIS map system on their county website? If you don't have something like NeighborScoop, it makes it harder. Honestly, I don't use it anymore. I used to. Before I had NeighborScoop, I would go to the county GIS and tried it because I could put in the county information or owner information kind of before I had access to stuff. But now, even with Title Pro, before we had NeighborScoop and Parcel Fact, NeighborScoop's the second generation, so you don't need both, by the way. Just get NeighborScoop. That's the better one because it gives you phone numbers and other information. You get phone numbers in there. You get FEMA floodplain information in there. You get the ability to draw a polygon or a circle around the property if you want to just download that neighbor information and send out neighbor letters or contact people in the neighborhood to, sell the property or something. It's in NeighborScoop. But before that, I did use a GIS, but then I got Title Pro, and I can go there and search, see the property. But again, the best is NeighborScoop. Do a 1 month. NeighborScoop's not a membership, by the way. Get NeighborScoop, no matter what you're doing. Just pay for a month, and you'll go, whoop, yep, now I see it, now I get it. And this is kind of funny, but if there's a tool, I know we're gonna have something new in 2021, maybe the end of this year, maybe this year, I don't know. In these 5 years, we've all needed something, and you needed it. I'm still buying and selling land just like you. So if there's been a tool or something that you need, we need it too. We're gonna figure it out, and if it doesn't exist, we're gonna make it. And that's where NeighborScoop came from. From Janine, back to about her 520 offers. She said, okay, great, thank you. Oh, we mailed out of Palm Springs. We are so grateful for you and Jack. Oh, thank you, Janine. You're welcome. It's always good to hear that. Watching, listening. Hey, thank you guys. Okay, we couldn't have done this without you guys. This last 5 years, Jack and I are so excited and so appreciative and so happy to be a part and have just, you helped us create this amazing, wonderful community. And if you have not got to know Land Academy, they know that our members are just stellar. We know what we're talking about. We are real serious about our business. We help each other. We are stand-up people. We fund each other's deals. Everybody remembers they were always there starting out one. And, we've just thriving community every month. Now even more. I'm getting emails and heartfelt notes about, I left my job already. This COVID thing didn't bother me. I was already working from home. People are not only just putting food on the table, buying and selling land, but making big life changes and career changes. We set out doing this ourselves because Jack, really wanted to be able to have his own business, that he could do it from anywhere. And buying and selling land, you can do it from the back. You can do it. You can phone in a hotel room in Sausalito. I'm here to tell you. So it's been wonderful. I've got a few more comments I'm going to share here too before I wrap this up. From Tim, said, thanks guys, you got me sold on data and mail. I can't believe I'm doing direct mail to make a living, right? It's funny how many people have said, I came into this scratching my head thinking, this sending out offers, wait a minute, but if you come into this and trust us, trust the process, just don't think about it, just do what we say, download the data, scrub the data, price the offers, get them out there, watch the phone ring, you'll see. So it's been wonderful. Thank you everyone so much. Congratulations again to Jeff Birchfield and Justin, who has joined today. I'm so happy you're here. And I'll remind you again, it's half off through our official on the 31st, just to say thank you to everyone for 5 wonderful years of Land Academy. So it's half off, and the code is 5 years. So just spell in the coupon code, and that'll get you half off of the whole program, your first month, everything gets you going. I'm Jill DeWit, co-founder of Land Academy, along with my partner, Stephen Jack Butala. And as we always say, you are not alone. Thanks. Bye.